Hey there, y'all. Mylon Lefevre, or Mylon and Broken Heart more specifically, has got some new remastered albums out, courtesy of Girder Records. I got my shipment in yesterday. Stay right where you are. We'll take a look at them. Hey there, y'all. Tim Risto here, host of the Creative Christians Podcast, joining you once again for another Tim Talks Christian Rock. Thanks for joining me. It is so good to see you. Hope you're having a great day today. And today on the show, we're going to talk remastered albums, in particular those from Mylon Lefevre, or as the band name is on these three releases, Mylon and Broken Heart. These are all Girder Records releases, all of them recent. 3 CDs and then 3 separate vinyl releases as well. 2 of the CDs have been out for a little while already, but they just released all the vinyls and one of the CDs here recently too. I got my shipment in yesterday. I had the 2 previous CD releases already, but I got the rest of the releases yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and kind of unwrap these, not unbox them, but we'll open them up, take a look at them, give you a look at the CDs as well as the vinyls themselves. Also, if you stick around after that, I'll also show you the original vinyls that I have in my collection briefly as well too. So let's get going. Let's start with the 2 CDs that were already released and available. First one is one of my all-time favorite Mylon and Broken Heart albums, and that is Face the Music. This was from '88 originally, and the special gold disc edition CD came out just this year, of course. This is nice because, as it says here, includes the remastered album on Gold Max disc and a limited collector's card, which is cool. These all come with collector's cards. Added to that, you've got the nice O-ring sleeve, which I really like. It's just kind of an added little touch for collectors. But then you've got the album itself in a jewel case listed there, of course, gold disc edition CD. But these are really nice editions. Here is the collector's card that comes with Face the Music. Very cool. I think the disc art on this is actually one of my favorite. I love the way they did this. There's the art in the tray, and of course the booklet itself, which sticks with the style of the artwork and photos of the original album, and of course the lyrics in there. So nice gold disc release. Face the Music is such a great album. I really love that one. Okay, next up, as far as ones that I previously had, this was actually Mylon Broken Heart's last album, but this was the other CD that I had previously purchased that was already available. Crank It Up, which is from 1990. Again, their last album. Again, got the great O-ring, which is really nice to have. Jewel case CD. Limited collector's card here, the front and the back. Very nice. CD disc art itself. Again, these are really kind of cool the way they've done them. And the tray art, booklet itself. It's kind of cool here where they have the CCM magazine cover. Looks like a little tour booklet and promo photo that they included in the front there. That kind of really adds to the look of that. I don't know if those were on the original vinyl or not sure. I don't have the original vinyl. And then the back of the booklet. So really cool release there as well. All right, so that's the stuff that I'd previously had already that had been made available. And then as of yesterday, I got this CD, gold disc CD, Big World, which was from 1989. Yes, 1989. Haven't even opened this one yet, so let's go ahead and take the shrink wrap off. I love the smell of fresh CDs in the morning. There we go, Mylon Broken Heart, Big World. Again, nice to have the O-ring for us physical media collectors. Jewel case, CD, front and back. The photo card from within there's the front of that and the back of that. CD itself. Gosh, these are just nice quality releases. The tray art. It's a little different. I don't think I've seen that particular photo before. I don't know if they use that from stock or if that came from some of the promo material from the album back in the 80s. Front of the booklet. On here, got that nice band photo there with, oh, this is kind of cool. The little picture of the label from the 45 release of Jesus It's Love. That's actually kind of cool little touch. I like that. The lyrics are all throughout. And then the back cover right there. Cool. I like the way they add some of these graphics in these CD releases. That's really cool. So there we go. There's the 3 CD releases all together in order. It was Face the Music, Big World, and they ended with Crank It Up. So there's all 3 of those. Really cool. Okay, that's it for the CDs. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the new remastered vinyls they have out. They did not release or re-release Face the Music on vinyl, probably because, you know, the original vinyl is still around and somewhat easy to find. Not super easy, but you can find it. Whereas Crank It Up and Big World, while they had all been released on vinyl previously, those were the hardest to find. I think they were either very limited releases or like UK only releases. So those are the toughest to find. So I guess they got licensed to at least release those 2 on vinyl. Maybe we'll see Face the Music come out yet. I don't know. But here are the vinyls for those. We've got Crank It Up, Big World, and another Crank It Up. Why do I have 2 Crank It Up? Well, because if you're familiar with these Girder releases, they actually released 2 color variations of Crank It Up. So I went ahead and got both. I got, which I'll show you here in a second, but the purple and red variant, and then like a kind of blue, clear, transparent variant, and then the only release of Big World. Let's start with Big World. I went ahead and broke into this already. So here is the insert sheet within there with the band photo and lyrics on the opposite side. And they're in these black polyurethane sleeves. Ooh, with that beautiful orange colored vinyl. Those are actually really nice looking. There's side A and side B. I have not popped these on the record player. I just opened them. So again, I won't do a big commentary on the music. I will say Big World is one of the Mylon albums that I'm actually least familiar with. I do have the original CD and now, of course, the remastered one I just showed off. It's not necessarily one of my top Mylon albums, but I do like it. It's just a little more kind of, you know, straightforward in their discography, not necessarily one of my top tier ones. Next up, we've got the 2 Crank It Up variants, color variants. And there's the album art, front and back. There's the insert photograph. I actually really love this photograph of the band. It's very, very cool. Lyrics on that side. This is in a white polyurethane sleeve. And there's that beautiful blue colored vinyl, kind of a translucent vinyl. I thought this was kind of a red and purple. I guess there is some little smoky color in there that's kind of purplish color in with the blue. It's a little hard to tell here, but it is a mix. It's just a little more subtle mix than what they show here on their original graphic. Sometimes those graphics are just kind of test ideas, not the actual what the actual thing will look like. But anyway, there's that one. Next up is the variant that came out recently. Obviously, the cover art is the same, insert is the same, and then here's the color variant album in this translucent or clear vinyl with red and blue and a little purple colored hues in there too. Side A and side B. Really pretty cool. I'm glad I got both because this is their last release. And again, the vinyl releases were particularly hard to find of these last two albums. They were released on vinyl, but just very difficult to find. So having a couple variants of the very last album is a nice way to go. So there you have it. There's the new vinyl remastered releases from Girder Records of Mylon's last two albums. Really good stuff. Now for a quick treat, let's go ahead and look at the original vinyls from Star Song and Myrrh and I think some others that I've got in my collection. We'll go through these kind of quick, but at least get a picture of what I've got. I don't have a lot of Mylon's early stuff, but I do have this one here, Mylon Lefevre Rock and Roll Resurrection, which I believe is before he became Christian, but it's kind of a neat album. I always like the cover photo on this. I think it's pretty cool. So I do have this one on its original vinyl, which this was Phonogram Records, Mercury Records. So anyway, kind of neat to have this. I found this at Half Price Books for, I want to say $5 or $10. So nice pickup there. Okay, the first album I actually have from Mylon Lefevre and Broken Heart is Live Forever, their live album from 1983 on Myrrh Records. This one's actually really pretty good, and my favorite track on this is Freedom, which is just a great live track. Sounds really, really good. Very well performed, great live performance of it. But actually a really neat album, and as far as I know, it's the only live album the band put out. There may be some bootlegs and stuff out there. I know there's some concert videos and things like that, but this is the only live album I'm aware of that they released. But it is good. I just wish they had one later in the band's era that captured some of the songs that came after 1983. Next is one of my favorite, Mylon Lefevre Broken Heart, Sheep in Wolves Clothing. This one is from 85. Great album. This also is on Myrrh Records, yes. There's the band photo on the back. Really good album. Trains Up in the Sky, just one of the classics that I love off of this one. Crucible of Love is good too. And Morning Star, So Help Me God, Gospel Ship, all of those are good ones. But definitely Trains Up in the Sky is the classic for me. One of the early songs I heard when I got into Christian rock. So I love that track. Good album. All right, next up from 1986, I believe. Yes, it is. We have Look Up, which is actually not an official Mylon and Broken Heart album, even though the band pictured on the back is them. And I think it actually does say on here somewhere, I don't know, I think somewhere in the credits they're actually listed as Broken Heart Band or something like that. But it basically is a Mylon and Broken Heart album. But this was the album that I remember the whole deal, but it was kind of the effort to cross over, and I don't know if it was something mandated by contracts or record labels or what it was, but not necessarily a huge favorite in their discography, although I do like Peace Begins Within, San Francisco's kind of cool, The Gunfighter. There's some good tracks off of here. It's a little bit lower on the ring of favorite albums of theirs, but it does have some good tracks on it. It's just not one I listen to a ton. So, but it's nice to have in the discography as well. Then come probably their two favorite albums of all, and most people would probably agree, Crack the Sky from 87, I believe it is. Yes, 87. Great album. I mean, just so many good tracks on this. Crack the Sky, Love God, Hate Sin, Closer Than a Heartbeat. I mean, virtually every track on here. There's probably only one. Sometimes the ballads I don't enjoy as much. But this is a great, great album, a classic of Christian rock, without a doubt, and one of Mylon's great, great albums. And then the last one I have on vinyl is Face the Music, the original edition, of course, on Star Song. So this one, same as Crack the Sky, and really probably my top favorite, even inches out Crack the Sky just a little bit. I love, again, virtually every track on here. Again, I think Lamb of God, the last one, a little more ballad-like. I don't listen to that one as much, but all the rest of this album is a classic to me, and I listen to this one a lot. This is the one I listen to the most. So fantastic album. So that's all I have on vinyl. I know a lot of other people probably have a lot of Mylon's earlier stuff on vinyl. I don't have much of that. I do have a few more on CDs. But that's all the vinyl I have. Again, his whole discography actually was released on vinyl back in the day, but it's those last two, Crank It Up, Big World and Crank It Up, that are just very difficult to find in the original edition. So it is nice that Girder remastered and re-released these, and that they're now available in some really nice editions. I hope at some point maybe they'll go back and remaster and re-release some of these earlier albums in the Mylon Lefevre discography as well. But anyway, that's what I got. Just to want to quickly look at these editions, kind of peek inside them a little bit, check out the vinyl, check out the CDs, give you a little peek at all that. If you're on the fence about any of these, maybe this helped you decide to pick them up. The Girder releases are really nice. They always do good work with their albums and their releases. These are no different. They're spectacular editions. So that's what I got. Peek at those and a peek at the original vinyls from my collection. Listen, go out and have a great day today. Go listen to some great Christian rock and just make it a really good day. Above all else, don't forget, stay in God's Word. Blessings, y'all. Have a great one. See you next time.